And, one out of every 4 women in Hawaii will be a victim of domestic violence in their lifetime. And there's something that could help. It's called the Family Justice Center. Now, they're all over the country. They're actually gone international. And there's a workshop today about the concept. And it's being held at the state capitol on the 3rd floor, room 309, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And joining us this morning is one of the founders, Gail Strack, of the San Diego Family Justice Center. And ma'am, thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. And we also have City Prosecutor Peter Carlisle. Sir, always good to see you.
It's good to see you.
Thanks for being here. Now, first of all, tell us exactly what the Family Justice Center does, what it provides. What does it do?
Well, the Family Justice Center is one location where victims of domestic violence, child abuse, elder abuse, and sexual assault can come to, and where all the professionals come together. But we put victims first, and it's a place where they can get all the services they need without having to tell their stories over and over again and going all over the city.
That's right. And is there funding for this in these tough economic times?
You know, we've actually secured funding, which is a good thing. We've got around $400,000, and when there was a bit of publicity about this, somebody else called up and said, hey, we'd like to get involved and put in an application and see if we can give you a grant. Yes, there is money to do it. It's on the way, and so we're ready to gear up and go, and we've got the best people in the world to do this with us, which is Gail and her boss, Casey Gwinn, who started it all in San Diego, and it has been just a riotous success.
And how is it a success from different programs, from what people are doing across the country? Once again, domestic violence is something that a lot of advocates say isn't being properly addressed. What is it that you're doing, that you're providing, that makes the big difference?
It's providing wraparound services from one location. It's a very simple idea, but complicated to do. But victims, when we talk to them after a Family Justice Center has opened up, they say, what took you so long? And when we talk to victims before we open up a Family Justice Center, they say, hurry up. And what they like about it is that they can meet a prosecutor, talk to the police officer, talk to a nurse, an advocate, a chaplain. They're all there as opposed to just going crazy trying to navigate and giving up. And most victims do give up.
And this is something that's really caught fire, of course. When did it start in San Diego, and how far is the reach now?
Well, it started in 2002, but Casey Gwinn proposed this idea in 1990. But in 2002, we saw 87 victims our first month, and when I left as the director in 2007, we were already up to 1,200 victims per month. And that'll tell you about what victims think of a Family Justice Center. And the excitement is growing. There are 60 open centers, 140 in the works, and they're in international locations in Amman, Jordan, Mexico, the UK, and Canada.
Wow. And where do you see this site going up?
Well, you know, we don't know that yet, and that's one of the things. What we're having this meeting for is to discuss all of those details. The key to this is to making sure that everybody's involved in the decision-making process early. Nobody is sort of the czar of this or the person who controls it. We do everything that's humanly possible to get the victims involved, as well as the service providers and the law enforcement component, because unless all of those people are willing to work together, it's not anywhere near as effective.
And another deadly reminder of the cost of domestic violence. A silent march will be held today for 38-year-old Tara Phillips. She died last month, and of course, police say she was beaten by her husband back in 2006, and he's been arrested for that crime. So every day we have these reminders. So, well, best of luck to you in chasing after this facility, and we appreciate you coming on this morning.
Thank you, Dan.
And we'll be right back with much more. Of course, we're following traffic and weather on the floors. And here's that information for the Family Justice Strategic Planning. It's going to be at the state capitol once again, the 3rd floor on room 309, and it's from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. We'll be right back. It is 6:20.